Hello and welcome back to the Mindtrack.net game server. This will be an enterprise build update. I'm not sure. I think it's either 11 or 12. Probably 11. Anyways, what I did some revamping through here. This will be a aquatic tank. It'll also connect to the other side of the ship. Decided to go ahead and break it up into several different tanks. And instead of having a funky window-like system here, it will just be a little over a deck and a half tall. Observation through here, and then these will be set up to be labs. This will be a tank. And this right here, we're going to set this up to be similar to what you see on the Enterprise A and B. Sort of a cargo EVA control room thing. This hatch slides back and reveals an open area here. This is another tank. This is an underwater transporter. It also serves as a crossover between tanks. This would be a transporter control. This will be like a lab. And then we have over here is another observation area with labs. And then another underwater transporter. Again, transporter control. And a small lab on this side. And these labs can actually step down. So you have a lab here, then you can step down into that area down there. It can be an extension of this lab. And nice thing about it is we can also have labs down here that look into the tank at that level. So you just basically, they would step up onto this and it'd be like carpet or whatever. A large area for a recreation lounge. Another, well, this here is actually a transfer. So from this tank with that transporter, they can transfer into here. And then we have an airlock that allows, with a pressure chamber, allows crew members to enter the tank. And then we have another lab down here at the end. Went ahead and rerouted this corridor a little bit here. I'm also mapping this pattern up above us, so I just haven't gotten that far. I've actually added a couple of decks above us, but I don't have it on this deck yet, this floor one above us. Also went ahead and finalized where I want this turbo lift to be, and I will build around it. And it's a it was kind of a pain in the ass to figure out where some of these turbo lifts go, because I was looking at the strategic design deck plans, and they're not bad for routing and laying out of stuff. Again, they're just, I'd say, about 70% completed. So there's a lot of stuff that, well, closer to 60% completed. There's a lot of things on that weren't done, and some things didn't make any sense at all. So we didn't want to use them as a 100% guide. So we decided to go with, let's just use them as we need them for areas. And they got really confusing trying to implement even the smallest fraction of their plans into this ship. So we'll try to use them as much as we can in areas, but overall I think it's just going to be a completely unique build, much like decks on the Voyager and stuff like that, where if the Sovereign plans were more complete, then I could probably implement them a little bit more precisely. Or if the ship was completely hollowed out and I had to start from scratch, I could probably implement them with a degree of accuracy that I can't afford right here on this build, which is a shame, but that's a project for another time. Anyways, as you can see, this turbo lift here is all in. I went ahead and removed the parts that I had here that kind of went around on this side. This comes down and feeds into this one over here, and this right here will be you enter the turbo lift, then you enter another hall, then it comes over here, and then it makes a turn, so to speak, and comes down, and about right here it'll jog over and then go around the ship again. So, and at the other side it'll meet up with that one that crosses from port to starboard. This one will also go port to starboard as well, kind of a crossover. That's pretty much it as far as this goes. Like I said, I'm in the process of routing the lifts now. The area that I'm working on is this deck right here. I'm trying to get it to look good. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the map. So I think I'm the only one on the server at the moment. Well, M's on, but he's always on. So if you can see the map, you can see how it sort of kind of lays out. It was kind of hard to get it because you can see the distance between this deck, or this corridor, and this corridor is a bit off. Well, this corridor here actually is mapped to the hull. It has to be because of the way the hull is shaped. So, and this one is actually mapped to the hull further down along where the aquatic tanks are. And we have to go around these escape pod hatches here. So this is why it's kind of funky through here, which is fine. I mean, we anticipated things like this. So we'll get it all sorted out. But what I did through here, this will probably be, you know, we can, like this area here will be like a room, and then this will be a room, like, you know, or not a room, but it'll be access to this escape pod, and then the area around it can be used for storage for emergency supplies or whatnot. You know, a lot of room and stuff. And on this side it'll probably be labs. Most likely, because that'll be the best use for this odd shape, would be labs, science labs, things like that. Of course, this is more like this, and get rid of that. So I might have to widen this in some areas here. Yeah, probably do. There. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. That looks a little bit better. Let's see how it looks on the map. Yeah, what can you do? Oops. Yeah, you gotta work with what you got, so. Yeah, I could, well, or I could just do it this way. But it wouldn't work, so we'd have to do it from this side. There. Get a little bit, and then it comes out like that, and then this. So, you know, compromises. Square blocks, round holes. Literally round holes. Not holes, holes. H-U-L-L. Yeah, it is. Anyways, this comes back, and this is, you know, a copy. This deck, a corridor right here, will be mirrored below us as well, all the way down. Then we have like a little Atrocities shoot off here. I don't know what they actually call this, but I kind of like the way it looks. So I want, and it's, you know, part of what I saw in the Sovereign build that I really liked was how they did this. You know, so that's what we're going to be doing. A very close pattern to that. I still haven't worked out how I'm going to do this back section yet, because I don't actually have a complete corridor that goes all the way around this angular part. What I'm thinking about doing is mirroring the front part to the back and seeing if that will work. I'm hoping it will, but who knows? Who knows? It's it's been kind of a pain to. I burned out on it a couple of days ago and had to walk away from it for a while. So, yeah, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning here right now, and I really need to go to bed. But it seems like every time I want to go to work on it, I end up not working on it for an entire day, and then when I finally feel like working on it, I'm so damn tired I can't. So that's the situation I am right now. So I figured I'd just come on and record a real quick video here at 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. Well, that's it. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah, it looks like this is the pattern we're going to be using, so might as well just get used to it now. Yeah, duh, I could just looked up. Anyways, it's coming along, which is a good thing, because once the deck pattern's in, we can sit back and relax a while and let it sink in, and then come in and do revisions as we need. The ship, M's got most of the tech stuff pretty much mapped out in his mind. How we implement that into the ship is going to be different process entirely. Hopefully we can implement it really well, or really well. Implement it as well as we have done with the Voyager. So, and with the Defiant. Now, the build team on this thus far is just myself and M. Heller. Nobody else has really come around to help with it, so it's kind of a sad situation, but it's going to be a really lengthy, long build to build this ship. So, don't expect, you know, overnight progress like we had with the Defiant and with the Voyager. This one's going to take as long as it takes, and that could be a very long time, especially with revisions and only 2 people working on such a large ship. And then again, both of us, you know, we could face burnout, so, you know, and that happens. It really does. It happens more often than not. You have to take all this stuff, like with any addiction, in stride. You know, limits. Without limits, you know, you burn out really, really fast. Even with limits, you still burn out pretty quick. And you know, the hard part is getting your mind wrapped around the size and complexity of the ship and all the components that have to go into it, and how all the decks have to interact and be as identical as possible in areas where they count, like with these corridors. They have to match up. It's just simply put, they have to match up. If they don't match up, then you just get this odd, you know, eat up with what you have with the D, where one of these corridors is here, and then another one's here, and then another one's like halfway between them, and then another one's way over here, and nothing looks good. It's all mismatched. You just want to rip it all out and completely start from over. Because, you know, back then the way the ship was built was entirely different than the way we build them now. It's like, I guess, comparing a Pentium 75 to a you know, a Core i7 latest edition Intel chip. You know, the process for how you did one is completely different to how you do the ones now. You know, back then they used to use 4-inch wafers to make, like, I don't know, 12 chips. Now they use, I think, in excess of 24 or 36-inch wafers to make hundreds. So, yeah, it's all about the building process, and these are big ships. This will probably come forward on this deck. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do the forwarding on the turbo lift to come here, but it'll probably come forward on that deck. It makes sense to have it come forward on this deck here. So, yeah, because that's really the only place we can put it. I mean, I could put it on this deck. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. Again, this is the MindTrek.net game server, and this is the USS Enterprise E Sovereign class build, or update on the pre-build process of this build. Anyways, if you would hit the like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it, and have a great day.